As we move, are our capacities shutting down? Is the ceiling closing in?
If you are not intentional about continuing to allow God to increase your capacity, that is absolutely what happens.
As life goes, you begin to see there are places and spaces that God is going to stretch out. He's going to stretch you. He's going to increase your capacity. You know, you think, well, we're done. This is our limit. And then all of a sudden you find out God's got bigger plans in store for your life than you thought he did.
I say this all the time. You cannot exhaust the resources of God.
Your home, it matters. You're there to make a difference.
Hello, Home Matters Podcast, number 166.
Wow. That is amazing, Gina.
It is amazing, Eric. And guess what? You have been here for every single one of them. Can you believe that?
So we keep them around 20 minutes, right?
Yes. We have done this 100.
What is the math on that?
Times. I don't do math
that'd be over 3,200 minutes.
I'll figure it out right here.
32,000 minutes?
See. 166 times 20 is 3,320 minutes.
Yep.
Is that right? Divided by 60 is 55 hours.
Wow.
Oh, we've only done 1 week's of work.
Just a little way. We're glad you joined us either way, wherever you're at, listening.
Time we could add to that.
Yeah,
yes, we
hope that you are you're thriving where you are, like we said
Absolutely. Hey, I'm excited. You know why I'm excited today?
Why?
Because Marriage Matters Getaway starts tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we're in Charleston, so I hope some of you listening maybe will join us. Maybe they're listening on their ride down. Or up, or over.
Hope they're joining us.
Yes, I hope you're joining us in Charleston. But if you are not,
it's gonna be good.
Yeah, just pray for us. Pray
100%,
for the couples that are there.
100%.
That's it.
100%ers.
100%.
Yeah, but with that again, our all of this is going on. We're going to talk today. Okay, so you're going to lead us into this, and I don't know the exact title, but we're talking about always staying after or learning.
Yes.
About marriage.
Yeah, I was kind of working with two titles there. I kind of started with Never Stop Inquiring.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Of course you would say that. Just we'll talk about that some, and then just increasing our capacity. So those were kind of the two thoughts we were bouncing around here. But really just starting out understanding that you just can't ever just stop trying to learn. You said it, inquiring about your spouse. I hate to use that word now because you've used that crazy little phrase. Just being committed.
That's dated, right? There's some people don't know.
I'm sure.
Some of the younger couples. There used to be a magazine called, or newspaper. It's trash, but
I don't even remember what it was. I just remember the phrase.
The name of it was Inquirer. That was the name of the paper.
Oh, the Inquirer.
Some of y'all remember that, I'm sure, but
I do remember that.
It was like a trash magazine, or what do you call it? Not
trash magazine. Yeah, something
it's
like
gossip,
that.
like
gossip. Yes,
or
trash.
All kind of stupid stories, or not much of it was true. It's like today, fake news.
Yeah. Okay, let's keep going.
Inquiring minds want to know.
I'm just talking about just keeping the relationship fresh, because we continue to learn about one another. We continue to look for ways to make the other's life better in serving, to know what each other's needs are, your wants, desires, just learning about that. I mean, I think the word's clear about us always being a student, right? And we say, you need to be just a student of the word, and that's absolutely true. But I think anything in your life that is of value, we should be a student of. I mean, we should continually, try to learn, try to press on into, being the best at whatever we can do.
I mean, again, Hosea 4:6, a little twist in context here, but again, people are destroyed because they don't know, a lack of knowledge.
True.
And I think there are a lot of times that
applicable.
principle crosses over
Sure, it does.
multiple arenas of life, where you don't know. If you don't know, and a lot of times it's because we don't know what we don't know. And that's
it'll
kind
beat your brains out, right?
Yeah, and that's kind of what you're talking about. The reality is we can be lifelong learners as far as how to be a better husband to my wife, or she been a better wife to me or her husband. I think that's the point, is that don't ever just kind of let marriage or life just kind of get stale and stuck, so to speak. I think that, again, usually I use this phrase, people usually don't get stuck. They just stop, right?
Yeah,
and
that's perfect.
They don't
stop learning.
They stop learning. They stop growing. They stop inquiring.
Whether
they
it's
stop wanting to know.
Husband, wife, you can take this into the family, into our parenting. Listen, we all change.
Sure, we do.
Great place for an amen if you're an amener. Everybody changes. We go through different seasons in life, and whether it's a 2-year-old that's now becoming an adolescent or a teenager, and we got to figure that new season out, whether it's a husband and wife and the things that we go through, it is just adamant that we are always pursuing, learning, figuring out, if you will. That I think that's what it is. Sometimes we're just kind of navigating, trying to figure out one another. But in that, I think it helps us maintain this kind of sense of wonder and sense of excitement. I mean, I can get, or let's turn around and use me. You could probably get real aggravated with trying to figure me out sometimes.
Oh, not at this point.
I'm just saying you could, but instead of being aggravated about it, there's kind of a wonder, a mystery about it.
A mystique.
Does that make sense?
Oh, it does.
Like you can take that, you can go with it either way.
The thing is I'm just saying, we're 39 years in.
Yeah.
And there's some things that, you kind of figure out that you're not going to figure out. And,
Eric.
And you just accept that, and you realize.
After this many years, you got me pegged.
Oh, no.
Are you serious?
Still inquisitive, if I can use that word. And I would say the side that we would say that you allow to be kind of triggered is the curious side. Men are curious creatures to the degree that it'll get them in trouble sometime. I think that's one of the things with men, they're drawn to porn. Part of that is just curiosity, wanting to know, or wanting to see, or again, and it can be a trap. It can be used for bad. It can be something that's good and it's used for evil, right?
Curiosity can be good.
I'm just saying if that curiosity about our spouse and her, and again, my wife letting us in, letting us know, letting us see. Let us catch glimpses of what is really going on, or what does really matter, what does really work. All those things are things that we're talking, and that's what I'm saying. You can be what we call a lifelong learner. Yeah. Right? You can learn for a lifetime.
Are you drooling?
I think I was, but you're close to me. I'm drooling, baby. But again, I know that grosses some people out, but I'm just saying that there's a place that as you move through life and as you grow through life, I've heard this through the years. One of my favorite quotes: "You only get to grow old once, but you can remain immature for a lifetime."
Yep.
And there are a lot of people. There are a lot of people that stay in that. They never grow. They never mature in their relationship, and a lot of that is kind of what you're talking about. We just don't ever try to grow in our knowledge. We don't try to learn. We don't. Maybe we don't listen to the right thing. Maybe we don't read the right thing. Maybe we're not in the Word.
That's right.
And so again,
I think the maturity that you're talking about, though, is so important, because I know you said 39 years in. Where we are now, there's some things that, are of no issue at all in our relationship that maybe years ago, younger, Could have
would have
been.
been. Yeah.
Absolutely. But because we have grown, because I know him, I know his intent and his desire a lot of times. I think, well, I know I do more than I have. I know his heart. I know his love for me.
You know my motives.
Yes, that's a better word. Thanks.
Yeah.
I know that. And so some of the things that maybe would have been an issue years ago are not. But that didn't happen just because we're 39 years in. That happened because through the decades, I believe we have tried to be intent about learning, about knowing, about, reading. What can I do to be a better wife? What can I do to be, a better husband? The whole, the book you had one time, just praying for your wife or what was that? Something.
Was that Stormy O'Daniel?
Stormy
The
of
power,
Martin, The Power of a Praying Husband.
The Power of a Praying Husband.
I remember him reading that at some point, and that to know, and I've read the one for the husband, to know even the things that you say, well, that author picked those things out. No, those are areas that I should be praying for my husband, and in that, it gives me better knowledge of where he's coming from, what he's doing.
Yeah, you know what? You mentioned that book. It did open my eyes to things that I learned. Really things that I could be praying for my wife. And that's the point of everything you're trying to say here is that, we're trying to say that there's probably places that maybe that you could probably grow in the sense of learning better or
so true.
better knowledge, attaining knowledge. There's some things you better know. There's some things you should have already learned.
That's right.
But at the same time, is there room to continue to expand? I think that's the thing. As we move, again, I'm
to another season.
Yeah, 39, and we're about to hit 40 years. But as we move into that, are our capacities shutting down? Is the ceiling closing in? I think that's something we have to think about at least.
I think we do. And I would say, I think if you are not intentional about continuing to allow God to increase your capacity, that is absolutely what happens.
Yeah.
I think just in our own humanness and in the routine of life that we get in, sometimes that just kind of closes in on us, I think. But I do believe it is absolutely necessary and possible for your capacity to increase, that you love more, that there is more intimacy, there's excitement. You 39 years in, absolutely. Yeah. There's excitement there, there's passion there, and just allowing God to increase our capacity as he builds our relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't give up on it. I mean, if you're bored, you need to get moving. You need to get doing something about your situation.
I think that as you move through, and again, we're further along than a lot of people listening out there, but I would always say there's places in our life or there are different arenas that even as you move through life, it increases capacity to learn. Yeah. Or it increases the space that we can learn.
Right.
I always depend on the fact that God is the promises of God, where we see like in Isaiah where he says, lengthen your cords and strengthen your stakes and enlarge the place of your dwelling.
Yes.
And I love what it goes on to say. It says, sing, O barren woman. And he says, sing, O barren woman, because your offspring will be more numerous than those virgin women. What he's saying is even though you're a space in already, what he's basically saying is you're married, you realize you're not having kids, you're further along in life. These virgins out here that are not even entered into the marriage covenant yet,
that's good. Yeah.
They're going to start having kids when they're young. But he's saying I'm going to multiply your offspring, that even though they have more years, your capacity is going to be greater.
I love it.
Does that make sense? But
stretch it out.
Yeah, enlarge your capacity. So again, you can be later in life. I'm far enough along. I realize, there's more in the rear view mirror than there is through the windshield.
Never
maybe.
know, baby. I mean, you might just break some.
120 years of healthy living, I'll take it. But the reality is everything's not here now. I do say with that as life goes, you begin to see that there are places and spaces that God is going to stretch out. He's going to stretch you. He's going to increase your capacity. And I think that's true in marriage.
Absolutely.
Again, like I said earlier, we talked about the fact last week, there are places that, you think, well, we're done. This is our limit.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden you find out God's got bigger plans in store for your life than you thought he did.
I say this all the time. You cannot exhaust the resources of God. And no matter the place that you are in right now, it may be a good place, maybe a great place. Maybe you're 5 years into marriage and you're booming, or maybe you're 15 years in and you say, I didn't know it could be this good. I'm telling you, as good as it has ever been is not the limit of what God can do.
Yeah.
And
because
he increases.
That's what we're able to comprehend, right? Yeah. We think, well, this is great. Can't get any better than this.
This is good.
Maybe you don't know. Again, don't always. I mean,
we didn't know.
Life takes some twists and turns, right?
For sure.
But the reality is I think when I think we limit God. I think we limit our lives usually because we limit God. We don't give God a chance. I think people live shorter lives because they limit the possibilities that God has for them. So again, I just believe that in that, the capacity of your life, again, sing. If you're in a place that you feel like there's just nothing producing, nothing. Sing, oh barren woman, sing.
I love it.
Because the capacity of your production is going to be greater than somebody that's actually got more time, more years on you than you've got right now. So
he'll multiply it up, won't he?
Oh, he'll do it over and over. He will open. Can I say that he will open the womb of your marriage? He'll open the womb of your life, and he'll expand it. And
I love it. Maybe somebody out there listening is about to get their womb opened up and get pregnant. What about that?
That'd be great.
What about that?
Yeah, I had a few weeks ago. Remember, we had a lady that is in a moment in a service, and they came to me later. It was a moment in service. It wasn't a huge, spectacular moment, but I just felt like the Lord said, if you're praying for a child, God's about to give you a child. You're about to become pregnant. And wasn't but a few weeks later, well, it was 5 weeks later, she came and she said, look, I'm pregnant. And I said, that's great. She said, but you need to know, I was the one down there praying 5 weeks ago that God would give me a child. And
man, I love that.
And
you better increase your capacity. You better get the bedroom ready.
Yeah.
Somebody out there, I just believe that. Man, isn't that exciting?
Oh, yeah.
I get pumped thinking about that. I love people to have babies.
Oh, I do too.
But
we're talking about learning, though, right?
Yes. Let me share this quote. Listen, and I don't know who it came from. I picked it up.
Growing.
Yeah. Capacity building, listen, begins with your personal decision about what you want to change. So I don't know that our capacities can really increase until we're just really self-aware of some things in our own life that maybe we need to deal with get the tent peg out. Start enlarging, start making room. Some of us, I think, need to just make some room in our life, to give God opportunity to increase our capacity.
That's good.
So, yeah.
And that is true even in the natural. I know people say, we talk about sex a lot, and yeah, we do on purpose. And if that offends you, then sorry. But, we know this. If, the more sex you have, the more sex you'll have. That capacity changes when you give room for that capacity to change. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So again, the more love I want to have,
the desire,
the more romance I want to have, then I begin to learn. I grow in that area, and as I grow in that area, that's kind of what you're saying. It increases the capacity.
Yes, the capacity,
the ability.
What I can contain.
Yeah. So I think that we limit. And again, all I'm saying is this: I think we limit our capacities because we don't step out and do. We don't do
Right.
anything. We don't try to learn.
That's true.
We don't try to grow. We don't try to increase our knowledge. We don't remain curious.
That's
we just
good.
get stale, boring, lifeless, kind of relationship, business, more relationship, just exist. I don't ever want that for your life.
So much more.
God
There's
never.
So much more.
God never intended that for your life.
No, he wants this thing to be passionate, love-filled, exciting. Man, is every day going to be perfect? No, sorry. Maybe I was leading you up to think that. It won't be.
Right.
But even in that, there's still a growing, a learning, a maturity that comes along with that. Man, God's got so much for you out there. Man, he wants you to live in a big house, big capacity.
Yep.
Right?
Always. Hey, always remember, man, where you are, give room. Let growth take place. Learn.
Love it.
Get to know her better than you already do. And
that's
learn
what we're going to
one
do
another.
this weekend, Marriage Matters Getaway.
Yeah, can't wait.
You might know me better
Yeah,
Saturday night than you
bet I will.
do today.
bet I will.
That's good.
Yep. Hey, we love you. Always appreciate you watching, listening.
Absolutely.
Share
And
the
it sometime.
content.
We'd love you to
love
share
your
it for us.
feedback
Thank
as
you.
well.
Yep.
Hey, your home matters.